Imagine finding a penny in your pocket, just an ordinary, worn-out coin. But what if that penny was secretly worth up to $7 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single 1960 Lincoln penny without a mint mark has sent shockwaves through the coin-collecting world, and it could be hiding right under your nose. Now, before you rush to check your spare change, let me tell you why this penny is so valuable and how you can cash in on it. Because if you miss this opportunity, you could be leaving life-changing wealth on the table. In 1960, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia produced millions of pennies. Most of them worth just 1 cent. But hidden among the ordinary were a few extraordinary mistakes. Some pennies from that year lacked the tiny mint mark that identifies where they were made. And collectors are willing to pay a fortune for these rare errors. Why? Because these coins are virtually impossible to find, and when one does surface, it becomes a treasure hunt frenzy. And here's the kicker: some of these pennies have already sold for jaw-dropping amounts. In recent auctions, collectors have shelled out up to $7 million for a single coin. That's right, $7 million. Imagine what that kind of money could do for you. A new home, early retirement, or the freedom to live life on your own terms. All from one penny that most people overlook. So, how can you tell if your 1960 penny is the golden ticket? First, flip that penny over and inspect it closely. Look for the absence of a mint mark beneath the year. If there's no tiny D or S under the date, you might be sitting on a fortune. But don't stop there. Condition is everything in the world of rare coins. Pennies in pristine, uncirculated condition command the highest prices. Now, I know what you're thinking: how do I know if my penny is valuable, and where do I even sell it? Great questions. And don't worry, I'm about to walk you through exactly what to do if you think you have one of these rare gems. Because the last thing you want is to let a $7 million coin slip through your fingers. First, you need to get your penny authenticated. Professional coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can verify your coin's authenticity and grade its condition. This step is crucial because serious buyers only trust certified coins. Once you have that certification, you can take advantage of the booming online auction market. Websites like eBay or Heritage Auctions are hotspots where collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare finds like the 1960 no mint mark penny. And here's where things get exciting. The demand for rare coins is skyrocketing. Every year, more collectors enter the market, driving prices even higher. The best part? You never know when your penny could become the next record breaker. Imagine waking up to find your humble pocket change has turned you into a millionaire overnight. But here's the thing: these opportunities don't last forever. As more rare pennies are discovered and sold, the window to cash in on maximum value shrinks. That's why if you have a 1960 penny without a mint mark, the time to act is now. Waiting could mean losing out on the biggest payday of your life. And if you think these million-dollar payouts are rare flukes, think again. Time and time again, ordinary people have stumbled upon rare pennies worth life-changing sums. Who's to say the next big discovery won't be yours? Don't leave it to chance. Check your coins today and take the first step toward unlocking your fortune. So, are you ready to uncover the hidden treasure in your pocket? Your 1960 no mint mark penny could be the key to unimaginable wealth. Don't wait until it's too late, because the next $1 million coin is out there, and it might just be yours. So valuable it could change your life forever. One simple coin tucked away in an old jar or hidden in a forgotten drawer, worth a staggering $6.7 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But today, we're diving into the world of the elusive 1961 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, and trust me, by the end of this video, you'll be checking every penny in your home. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay millions for a penny? Here's the shocking truth: a rare error, a tiny imperfection during minting, can transform an ordinary coin into a collector's dream. And when it comes to the 1961 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, this is exactly what happened. But before you toss your spare change in excitement, you need to know what to look for, and why missing this detail could cost you millions. Let's start with the basics. The 1961 Lincoln penny was struck in Philadelphia. Coins from this mint typically lack a mint mark, and while most are only worth face value, a rare few possess critical errors that skyrocket their price. We're talking double die obverse, off-center strikes, and other anomalies that send collectors into a bidding frenzy. And here's where things get interesting: a particular 1961 Lincoln penny recently stunned the numismatic world by selling for an astonishing $6.7 million. Imagine the feeling of realizing that the penny you casually tossed aside could be your ticket to unimaginable wealth. But hold on, not every 1961 penny will make you a millionaire. If you're serious about cashing in, you need to know the specific features that make these coins so valuable. For instance, a double die error on the obverse, especially on Lincoln's profile or the inscriptions, can multiply the coin's value exponentially. How do you spot it? Look closely at the words "Liberty" or "In God We Trust." If you see a shadow or a doubling effect, you could be holding a fortune. And don't just trust your naked eye. Using a jeweler's loupe or a coin microscope can reveal hidden details that most people overlook. Now, you might be asking yourself, what if I find one? First, don't rush to spend it. You could be sitting on a goldmine. Get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service like PCGS or NGC. Professional verification not only confirms your coin's value but also opens the door to serious buyers willing to pay top dollar. And here's a crucial tip: avoid cleaning your coin. Even the slightest cleaning attempt can destroy its value. You wouldn't scrub $1 million painting, would you? Still think it can't happen to you? Imagine the heartbreak of unknowingly spending a rare penny on a cup of coffee. People do it all the time. In fact, several $1-million coins have slipped through the cracks simply because their owners had no idea what they were holding. By now, you might be wondering how many of these rare 1961 Lincoln pennies are still out there. The truth? No one knows. But experts believe that undiscovered treasures remain hidden in plain sight, waiting to be found. Could your penny jar be hiding a fortune? And here's something to think about: every day that passes is a missed opportunity. As collectors scramble to secure these rare coins, their value continues to climb. What might be worth thousands today could fetch millions tomorrow. But only if you act before someone else cashes in. So, before you dismiss that humble penny in your pocket, remember this: one small coin could change everything. Will you take the time to check, or will you let a fortune slip through your fingers? The choice is yours, but one thing's for sure: the next $1 million penny is still out there, and it could be waiting for you to find it. What if I told you a simple 1962 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth up to $6.3 million? Yes, a coin most people overlook could unlock a fortune hidden right in your pocket. But here's the kicker: you might be sitting on this life-changing penny right now without even realizing it. Most people think old pennies are worthless. Just spare change lying around. But what if that tiny copper coin could pay off your mortgage, buy your dream car, or even let you retire early? That's exactly the reality for a few lucky people who found rare pennies like the 1962 no-mint mark Lincoln penny. And today, you're about to discover what makes this penny so valuable, how to identify one, and most importantly, how to cash in on your hidden treasure. Let's dive right in. First, what makes a 1962 Lincoln penny without a mint mark so special? It all comes down to rarity and errors. You see, most pennies from 1962 were struck in massive quantities at the Philadelphia Mint. And here's the catch, pennies from this mint didn't receive a mint mark. So, how can a common penny skyrocket in value? It's because of rare minting errors. Certain 1962 pennies have unique imperfections that collectors will pay a fortune to own. We're talking double dies, off-center strikes, and other rare anomalies. Imagine finding a penny with a mistake so rare that it turns a simple coin into a multi-million-dollar jackpot. The next time you find a penny, maybe don't toss it in a jar just yet. It could be worth far more than you ever imagined, but here's the question: how do you know if you have a valuable 1962 penny? It starts with a few key features. First, check the date. A genuine 1962 penny will have a clean, clear strike. But what you're really looking for are errors. Look for doubling on Lincoln's profile, the word Liberty, or the date itself. These doubling effects are not just a minor flaw, they can mean the difference between 1 cent and a massive payday, and don't forget the condition. Collectors value coins in pristine condition. If your penny has sharp details and minimal wear, it could be a goldmine. Think of it like vintage cars: the better the condition, the higher the value. Some 1962 pennies in mint state condition have already sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auctions. But there's one variation that could blow all the others out of the water. There are rumors in the numismatic community of a 1962 penny with a mysterious double die error that has sold for an eye-watering $6.3 million. Imagine that. One lucky find, and your entire financial future could change overnight. But here's the thing: these valuable coins don't sit on the market for long. Collectors are constantly hunting for them, and when a rare specimen appears, the bidding wars get intense. So, how can you cash in if you think you have one of these rare pennies? First, don't clean the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Next, get it professionally graded. Organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service, PCGS, or the Numismatic Guarantee Company, NGC, can authenticate and evaluate your coin. This step is crucial because verified coins fetch far higher prices. And once you have a verified rare penny, auction houses and online marketplaces can connect you with serious collectors willing to pay a fortune. Now, you might be wondering, could I really have $1 million penny? Well, ask yourself this: how often do you really check your spare change? Because the people who struck it rich didn't find their fortune in a treasure chest. They found it in everyday pennies that most people ignore. And with the value of rare coins skyrocketing, the time to check is right now. Every day you wait could mean missing out on a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and here's where it gets even crazier. Some experts believe there are still undiscovered 1962 no-mint mark pennies with rare errors waiting to be found. Could the next $1 million penny be hiding in your home? There's only one way to find out: start checking your coins today. If you're serious about turning spare change into life-changing wealth, this is your wake-up call. Don't let this opportunity slip through your fingers. Your next penny could be the one that makes you a millionaire. So, what are you waiting for? Start looking now, because the next big discovery could be yours. 1963 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could turn your spare change into a life-changing fortune. Keep watching, because by the end of this video, you might just discover you have a hidden treasure right under your nose. The 1963 Lincoln penny may seem like any other coin in your pocket. It has the familiar profile of Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. But there's a secret to this coin that makes it incredibly valuable. And if you're lucky enough to find one, your financial future could change forever. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this penny so special? The answer lies in the details. The absence of a mint mark means the coin was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. While that seems insignificant, small errors during the minting process and rare variations can push the value of this penny into the millions. But here's the kicker, only a handful of these extraordinary pennies have ever been found. Could you be holding the next $1 million coin? Let's dive deeper and find out that in the world of rare coins, condition is king. Collectors and investors are willing to pay astronomical sums for pennies in pristine condition. A 1963 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, graded as mint state with no signs of wear, can fetch thousands of dollars at auction. But the real magic happens when an unusual error is present. Double dies, off-center strikes, and planchet flaws can skyrocket the value beyond anyone's imagination, and here's where things get even more exciting. Imagine stumbling across a 1963 penny with a rare minting defect. In recent years, these rare errors have caused bidding wars among collectors, pushing prices to jaw-dropping heights. One of the rarest error pennies was valued at a staggering $6 million. Just picture what you could do with that kind of money: early retirement, luxury vacations, or finally living the life you've always dreamed of. Now, you might be thinking, okay, but how do I know if my 1963 penny is valuable? Great question. First, check for sharp details and a bright, shiny surface. If your penny appears uncirculated, you're already off to a good start. Next, look for telltale signs of errors. Is there doubling on the date or lettering? Any unusual marks or imperfections? Even the tiniest flaw could mean a fortune, and here's a pro tip: never clean your coin. It may be tempting to polish it up, but cleaning can destroy its value. Collectors want coins in their original, untouched condition. So, if you find a suspiciously perfect 1963 penny, handle it with care and get it professionally appraised. The difference between pocket change and a $6 million payday could be one expert opinion away. Still think it's impossible? Consider this: ordinary people, just like you, have struck gold by paying attention to the coins they come across. One lucky collector found a rare penny while sorting through a jar of old change. That discovery changed their life forever. Could you be next? But here's where it gets urgent. The market for rare coins is hotter than ever, and values are climbing fast. Collectors and investors are constantly hunting for the next big find. The longer you wait, the higher the chance someone else cashes in while you overlook a fortune sitting right in your home. So, if you have any 1963 pennies, don't ignore them. Your financial breakthrough could be hiding in plain sight. Before we wrap up, let me ask you this: when was the last time you checked your spare change? That simple act could be the difference between another day of ordinary life and a future of extraordinary wealth. So, take action now. Go through your coin jars, dig through old drawers, and examine every penny carefully. The next $1 million discovery could be in your hands right now, and if you find a 1963 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, don't wait. Get it appraised by a reputable coin expert immediately. Because while others hesitate, fortunes are being made. Will you be the next success story? The answer might be closer than you think. But what if I told you that hidden in plain sight is a 1964 Lincoln penny without a mint mark that could be worth up to $5.9 million? Yes, you heard that right. A single penny, enough to change your life forever. You might be wondering, how can a coin most people overlook carry such an extraordinary value? Well, the answer lies in the rare mistakes and unique qualities that make certain pennies like the 1964 no mint mark Lincoln penny priceless to collectors. But here's the catch: only a few of these rare pennies exist, and if you have one, you could be sitting on a fortune without even realizing it. Let's dive into the fascinating story behind the 1964 Lincoln penny without a mint mark, why it's so valuable, and how you can identify if you possess one of these million-dollar treasures. The year 1964 was a time of change in the United States. The nation was recovering from the tragic loss of President John F. Kennedy, and the economy was shifting. The U.S. Mint was producing billions of pennies, but what makes the 1964 penny so special? It all comes down to a rare minting error and a unique composition that makes these coins one of a kind. Normally, pennies from the Philadelphia Mint do not bear a mint mark. But in 1964, due to heightened production demands and the transition to new coin designs, several errors occurred. Some pennies were struck with unique die varieties and off-metal compositions. These mistakes make certain 1964 pennies without a mint mark exceedingly rare, and collectors are willing to pay a fortune for them. Now, you might be thinking, alright, but how do I know if I have one of these rare pennies? Great question. The key lies in paying attention to three critical details: the coin's weight, its surface features, and any unusual design flaws. First, check the weight. A standard 1964 penny should weigh approximately 3.11 grams. If yours weighs significantly more or less, it could be an off-metal strike. And that means big money. Second, examine the surface. Look closely for double dies, areas where the image or lettering appears slightly doubled. This error can dramatically increase the coin's value. And third, analyze the edges and overall finish. If the coin has an unusual color or texture, it may indicate a rare metal composition. Don't ignore these subtle clues; they could be your ticket to financial freedom. Now, I know what you might be thinking: finding one of these sounds like searching for a needle in a haystack. But here's the reality: people just like you are discovering these rare coins every single day, often hidden in plain sight among their loose change or old coin collections. In fact, one lucky individual recently found a rare 1964 Lincoln penny without a mint mark and sold it for a jaw-dropping $5.9 million. Imagine what you could do with that kind of money: pay off your mortgage, travel the world, or secure your family's future. And the best part? Your winning penny could be sitting in a jar on your kitchen counter right now. So, what should you do if you think you have a valuable 1964 no mint mark penny? First, don't spend it. Instead, get it professionally appraised by a reputable coin dealer or grading service. This step is crucial because the right expert can authenticate your coin and confirm its true market value. And here's the thing: the rare coin market is hotter than ever. Collectors are scrambling to get their hands on valuable pennies like these, which means your chances of cashing in have never been better. But time is of the essence. Every day you wait is another day you could be sitting on a hidden fortune without knowing it. Now, before you go rummaging through every penny you own, there's one final secret you need to know, a detail most people overlook that could mean the difference between an ordinary penny and a life-changing jackpot. And trust me, you won't want to miss this: the 1964 no mint mark penny isn't just about errors, it's also about provenance. If your coin has documented proof of origin or a unique backstory, collectors will pay even more. So, if your penny came from a rare coin set or has a verifiable paper trail, its value could skyrocket beyond your wildest dreams. The bottom line: don't underestimate the power of a penny. That small, copper coin in your possession could be worth millions. And if you don't check, you'll never know what kind of treasure is hiding right under your nose. So, what are you waiting for? Go check your pennies. Your million-dollar fortune could be waiting for you right now. And if you find something unusual, don't keep it a secret. The next life-changing discovery could be yours. 1965 Lincoln penny without a mint mark could be worth up to $5.5 million. Sounds unbelievable, right? But this is not just a wild fantasy, it's a reality for those who know what to look for. And by the end of this video, you might just realize that you have a fortune hiding in plain sight. Most people overlook pennies. They toss them in a jar or let them gather dust in forgotten corners. But the 1965 Lincoln penny? That's a different story. One of these rare coins recently fetched an eye-watering $5.5 million at auction. Why? Because of a rare minting error that makes it a collector's dream. And if you think that's impressive, wait until you hear how easy it is to check if you own one. But before we dive into how to identify this rare penny, let me ask you this: would you throw away $5 million if it were sitting right in front of you? No. Then stick around, because missing this information could mean leaving life-changing money on the table. The story of the 1965 penny begins during a turbulent time in American history. The United States Mint had recently shifted from silver to less valuable metals, creating a chaotic production process. Amid this confusion, mistakes were made. Some pennies were struck using the wrong metal planchets, while others had critical misalignments or doubled features. These errors went unnoticed for years, until coin collectors started uncovering their true value. Now, here's where it gets really exciting. The most valuable 1965 penny is a rare transitional error struck on a silver planchet instead of the standard copper alloy. This mistake makes it an extraordinary find, and collectors are willing to pay millions to add it to their collections. Just imagine accidentally spending a penny that could pay off your mortgage, clear your debts, and still leave you with a fortune. So, how do you know if you have one? First, grab any 1965 Lincoln pennies you can find. Check the weight. A normal penny from 1965 weighs about 3.11 grams. But if yours is closer to 2.5 grams, you might be holding a silver planchet error worth millions. And here's a quick tip: if you have a kitchen scale, you can do this right now without any special equipment. But that's not the only thing to watch for. Another key sign is the coin's appearance. A silver planchet penny will have a shinier, more reflective surface compared to the usual copper tone. And here's the kicker: even if your penny looks normal, it could still be worth thousands due to other rare errors like double die obverse or misstrikes. Now, I know what you might be thinking: what if I don't find anything? But let me ask you this: what if you do? What if one simple check leads you to a hidden treasure that transforms your financial future? Imagine telling your family that a forgotten penny just paid for your dream vacation, your new car, or even your retirement. And the best part? You don't need to be an expert. You just need to know what to look for. If you find a suspicious penny, take it to a reputable coin dealer or submit it for professional grading. This small step could be the difference between a worthless coin and a multi-million-dollar payday. But wait, there's one more thing you need to know. Not all 1965 pennies are created equal. Some errors are subtle, almost invisible to the untrained eye. That's why taking the time to inspect every detail is crucial. You never know when the next record-breaking penny will surface, and it could be sitting quietly in your pocket right now. So, what are you waiting for? Go check those pennies. Because every second you wait could be another moment where life-changing wealth slips through your fingers. And trust me, you don't want to be the person who realizes too late that you spent a $5.5 million penny on a cup of coffee. And if you found this information valuable, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss a chance to uncover more hidden treasures in your change jar. Your fortune could be one coin away, and we're here to help you find it.